Welcome to our next class. We're going to move through versions of cobra, engaging the core, rolling the shoulders back and tucking the tailbone to help protect the low back and work on engaging those abdominals and the core muscles. So let's find your comfortable seat, roll the shoulders back, find that tall spine in your seat, shoulders back. Let's reach arms out and up, link your body movement with your breath. Go at your own pace. See if you can slow everything down. As you begin to deepen your inhale and your exhale, notice how your mind relaxes. You release stress and tension from your mind. On your next exhale, find your heart center. Set your intention for you today. What do you want to focus on for yourself? Deep breath in and release. Inhale, reaching arms up. Let's grab your right, reach up and over to your left. Stretching out the side waist. Inhale through center, re-lengthen. Grab left, up and over right. Inhale, re-lengthen. Walking left hand out, dropping that elbow and shoulder. Reach up and over, get that good stretch through the side waist. And then use your core to pick that arm up. So don't push off like that. So we're picking it up, reaching back up through center and over to your right. Roll those shoulders back. And try to reach up and over more. Just can't go very far yet in this angle. Inhale, come back up through center, reach your arms up. Easy twist to your left, drop shoulders, lift ribs, twist through the belly. Every inhale, think lengthen. Slowly, slowly untwist. Arms reach back up on your inhale. And twist to your right. Drop shoulders, lift ribs. Every inhale, lengthen. Give your mind something to do, to focus on. Try not to think about everything else going on in your day so that you can fully benefit from the practice. Inhale, reaching arms up. We're going to do that same thing we've been working on. So fingers forward to the side or back. Make it work for your shoulders. We're trying to expand. We're trying to use all our lung capacities to see if you can breathe all the way up to your collarbones. Try to get those ribs to move. Think about every single rib moving just a little bit. Get 1 or 2 more breaths here. And then inhale, come up. Re-lengthen, come up, out, over, and down. And see how that back feels. See how your hips feel. Kind of check in when you're ready on tabletop. And finding the alignment. Let's move through cat and cow. And just try to focus on creating space in your spine. Think about your spine like a wave. So you move that, or the wave moves with your breath. 1 more each way. And child's pose, our first child's pose today. Check in to how you feel. And 1 more breath here. And find tabletop. We're going to find balancing table. So I'm going to show from the side. Let's do your R, right arm, left leg up. Find that straight line. Exhale, tiger. Squeeze the core. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, squeeze. One more. And now we're going to take that leg up. And you can put the hand down to start first. We're going to take a bend in that left knee. Roll those shoulders back. So we're really working on getting the shoulders back today and keeping that core engaged. So we're going to See if you're able to reach that arm back, rolling the shoulder back without pushing the ribs out. Pull the core in, abdominals in. Maybe you can grab your foot. So if you have the foot plantar foot flex like that, your hand may slip off. So see if you can dorsiflex, and that gives you a little handle to hold on to. If you can grab the leg, if you can't grab, you can just work on reaching back as you bend the knee. See if you can roll the shoulders back. Use the leg to pull the arm back. Keep that core pulled in tight. And see if you can pull that shoulder back more. And release. Drop hand and knee down. Drop hips left and right. And then we'll go the other side. So I'll show from the front for this side. So left arm, right leg up. And squeeze. So it looks like I'm, make sure you're not mirroring me here. So I'll show from the side to make sure. And now let's take it out, extending out. Find that balance from hand to foot, straight line. Take a bend in the knee. You can start here with the hand down if you need to. Just work on balancing here. Maybe you reach back. If you're able, you may be able to grab the foot. So see if you can dorsiflex. Pull both shoulders back. Keep the core pulled in. See if you can use your leg to pull the shoulders back. So we're not trying to arch. We're not doing cow here. We're trying to pull the shoulder back and keep that spine straight, core, abdominals engaged. And release. That's a bind. And balancing table. You get a little quad stretch. Drop your hips left and right. And let's find our plank. And do some down dog, plank flow, walking dog. Whatever feels good to you here. And just check into how you feel today in your down dog. One more breath here. Make sure you're moving shoulders away from ears. Forward fold. Taking that weight into the feet. Shift forward and back. And balance the weight in your feet. Inhale, flat back. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Your swan dive, reaching all the way up. Exhale, chair. Roll those shoulders back. Pull the core in. Reach your arms up. So you can lift both heels. And then right foot. See if you can think about squeezing your core. Bring your knee to nose. And then find warrior 3. Check the hips and balance. Make sure your hips are square. Try not to rush from one pose to the next. Take it back to high lunge, keeping those hips forward, reaching the arms up. So really focus on squeeze. See if you can work on squeezing this thigh as you square those hips forward. So pull those core muscles in, roll those shoulders back. One more breath here. Let's open warrior 2. So really work on tucking, pulling the knee out, strong arms. One more breath here. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, low lunge. Getting that stretch into the hip flexor. And one more breath here. Lift that knee up, step it into forward fold. Shift weight forward and back. Balance the weight in your feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Your swan dive, reaching all the way up. Exhale to chair. So you can drop those hips a little lower. Building strength in the legs. Left heel, left foot. squeeze your core, bring that knee towards your nose. So it's kind of like standing tiger. Take that left leg back. Warrior 3. High lunge. Find those separate tracks and balance. And sometimes these double mats makes it a more cushy mat. And that square spot there, a little harder to balance sometimes there. Or that's my excuse anyway. Let's open warrior 2. Remember to check. Pull that hip under. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for your alignment so that it can be the best experience for you. So you stay aligned so that you move efficiently and you don't put undue stress on the joints, tendons, ligaments. Inhale, reverse. Spiral down to low lunge. And check in with your breath. Notice if you're holding your breath or if it's shallow. See if you can deepen your breath. Allow the muscles to relax. Or I should say allow yourself to relax first. And then the muscles will follow. A lot of the stress sometimes is in our mind. We create the stress. And then our body's like tense, like, I don't know why I'm tense, but I'm tense. So think like a big sigh and just drop the shoulders, let it go. Lift that knee, step it into forward fold. Let's take it into that wider leg fold. Wherever position that you like, hold the legs, hold your elbows, hold your head. Let's check into how your forward fold is today. You can work on maybe lengthening a little bit on your inhale, then on your exhale, see if you can drop it down a little deeper, drop the head a little deeper, lift those sit bones a little higher. I like to sometimes do that inhale, lengthen, and you get that length, and you kind of reduce some pressure on the muscles, and then you fold back in. So it's kind of like you're tweaking it. Heel, toe your feet in line. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold plank. First set of chaturangas. That's just a fun word to say. Now we'll be back, hopefully. I think it'll take me a while to get back to full strength, but I'm working on getting there. All the way down to your belly, windshield wiper it out. All right, so we're going to extend those legs back behind you. We're going to practice those 4 pointers we've been talking about. So baby cobra, pressing. So the legs aren't just relaxing. So you can see my legs are just kind of relaxing. So make sure you're actively, my hair's too big. So make sure you're pressing down into those feet. You're going to tuck the tailbone. You're going to engage the core, hands under shoulders, roll the shoulders back. So you may notice that it's kind of a big deal for me. So make sure you understand or you know those 4 pointers. For the 4 cues, alignment cues for this pose. And hands about chest, push back, child's pose. Breathe here. See if you can deepen your breath or just check in. Let's inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Maybe a few plank flows, walking the dog. And forward fold. Shift a little bit more weight forward. See Each time you come in, you can lift those sit bones a little higher, shift a little bit more weight forward. As during the yoga session, you're going to become more flexible during the session. Inhale, flat back. I was talking, I didn't say. Exhale, fold. Your swan dive, reaching all the way up, exhaling to chair. Drop shoulders and hips. Find your strength, your power in your chair. Right heel, right foot. Warrior 3. High lunge. Square in hips, reaching arms up. Roll those shoulders back. So don't just relax here. Think about pulling in. Close those ribs. Pull the core in. And then we focus on rolling the shoulders back. Just like we're doing on our belly. Open to warrior 2. Check your left big toe. Strong arms. Tailbone tucked. Of course, the back leg is straight and strong too. One more breath here. This time inhale, reverse, and spiral down to lizard. Your lizard. And give it time before you go deeper. Never, never, never bounce into a stretch. There's dynamic stretching, which is kind of when we go down into the forward fold. We do the swan dive down. That's kind of a dynamic stretch. But when you go into something like this, a deeper stretch, you don't want to bounce because you're taking that muscle. You're putting it in a more vulnerable position, and you're the stretching or the bouncing can tear something pretty quickly. You may be able to drop. Take about 10 more seconds here. And press up onto the hands. Step your right foot out to the outside of that right hand and find your yogi squat. So wherever you are today, see if you can think about pulling that heart forward, chest forward, drop your sit bones. And standing forward fold. Let's stay wide. And see what you can relax here in your forward fold, wherever you want those arms to be. Let's take one more breath here. And heel toe your feet in line. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Your swan dive, reaching all the way up. Exhale, chair. Left heel, left foot, warrior 3. High lunge. Find your alignment. Pull the core in, shoulders, hips, legs, feet, all the things. Your mind, your heart, your breath, your intention. Open warrior 2. Check that right big toe. Pull that butt. Pull that butt under. Tuck that up butt under. And think strength. Think stability, control here. Inhale, reverse. Spiral down to lizard. If you're able to drop the knee out, you can kind of work with that range of motion here. And when you're ready, you can release down to the forearms. You may have a side that's more flexible. Athletes, they aim to be even, both sides, right and left, bilaterally, so that they can perform optimal. But As happens with life, sometimes we get injured and that can throw an imbalance into how you move, so then you become stronger and weaker in certain areas of the body, and tighter and more flexible. You're ready, press up onto the hand, step your left foot to the outside of that left hand, work on yogi squat or crow. So, let's see. So you're trying to get low and wide, and then you're going to start to lift those hands. So you can start by making that shelf. You can see my head isn't like I can work on dropping my head closer to the ground. And let's see how I do with my push-ups. And so on your out-of-class assignment, I talked about those push-ups. I'm not sure how we'll do today yet. You can work on straightening those arms like that and bending. I kind of got there. I'll work on that with you guys. So I'll progress with you. When you're ready, standing forward, fold, lift those sit bones, drop your head. If you're flexible enough, you may be able to take the hands under the feet. This kind of feels good to give those wrists and the hands a little stretch, a little massage with your feet. And release. Heel toe your feet in line. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plank. Next set of chaturangas. I'm going to turn to the side again. All the way down to your belly. Windshield wiper it out. And we're going to extend those legs back behind you. Press into those feet. So you notice that pressing into your feet helps you tuck the tailbone, pull the core in, hands under the shoulders. Kind of got a bench right there. It's kind of in the way. So we're going to roll the shoulders back. When you roll the shoulders back, notice that you want to arch that back. So pull the core in first, tuck the tailbone, press into the feet, and then roll the shoulders back. So level 1 is this. Hands supporting, pressing feet, tailbone tucked, core engaged. And then maybe you can lift the hands up. Kind of hard to talk. So make sure you're really pulling in when you lift the hands up. So you're using your core strength to lift up. Hands by chest. Push back, child's pose. Breathe into your back here. Relax. Inhale to plank, exhale down dog. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Swan dive, reaching all the way up. Exhale, chair. Right heel, right foot, warrior 3. High lunge. Check your alignment. Open warrior 2. So check. Every time, check. Remember, I don't want you to be perfect. I want you to be aligned for yourself. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, spiral down. This time we're going to frame your left foot again, like we do for low lunge. So the change is going to be a different change here. We're going to try to keep your butt down as low as you can. We're going to pick your right knee up. I want you to keep your butt down and look forward. I want to see all your cute little faces. You're going to step that right foot in and back. Step it in and back. I call these very technical names step-ins. 3, 2, and 1. Step it in and shake it out and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold your swan dive, reaching all the way up. Exhale, chair. Left heel, left foot. Warrior 3. High lunge. Check your alignment. Open warrior 2. Check in with everything here. So now that we're starting to move a little faster, maybe you enjoy these moments where we are just holding. So maybe it's not as boring. I can kind of tell. I've been doing this a while, so it's not new to me. Inhale, reverse. Spiral down to low lunge. As that knee is dropped, so I'll show from the side if it was a little confusing on the other side. So you're in that low lunge, trying to get that straight line from head to knee. We got this ankle and knee stacked here. We're going to pick that knee up and keep that butt low where it is right now. I'm going to step it in and back. Let's get those step ins. How about 4, 3, 2, and fold. Standing forward, fold, shake it out. Shake those legs. Inhale, flat back, exhale, fold, plank. Next set of chaturangas. All the way down to your belly. All right, I'm going to windshield wiper if you need to. Let's release that low back from any stress or strain. And now we're going to extend those legs back, so you may not be able to see, but my feet are pressing into the mat. It helps me tuck, so you kind of get a little squeeze of the glutes. It helps you tuck the tailbone. And we pull the core in. The hands are going to come under the shoulders. Baby cobra, level 1. Level 2, picking the hands up. Level 3, we're going to reach the hands back. So when you do this, you're trying to roll the shoulders back, but the core is still pulled in. The ribs are closed. Tailbone is tucked. Feet are pressing down. Feet are not lifting. It's hard to talk. And release. Turn your head one side, windshield wipers. Push it back, child's pose. And breathe. Enjoy your little break here. It's not a threat. Just enjoy this time to slow down. Let's find forward fold, or let's find plank, and then down dog, and forward fold. We'll do that easy transition to come into this standing fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Swan dive, reach all the way up. Let's be vertical for a little bit with something different. So let's do that tree pose again that we learned. So find your position to balance, your spot to balance. You shift right foot, left foot. And find the foot you want to start with, whichever foot. Pull that hip in, squeeze so you have hip over ankle over knee. Hip over knee over ankle. And find your foot position for the other leg. Hands start at heart center. And grow your tree. Wherever you want your limbs to be, wherever you want to extend your limbs out to. So you can stay in and close. Or you can stand taller. And it helps when you're balancing to find, as I fall, to find something to focus on, something that is not moving. So I know I'm teaching you here on this video, so maybe not watch me, but when you do the pose, find a non-moving object or point. Release. Shake it out. And let's find the other leg. You can shift right and left. And then pull that hip in. Hip over, knee over ankle. Find the other leg. Grow your tree. And you can have some wind with your tree. It can be a storm. But don't look at my arms. Look, don't look. And may not have been the equal amount of time, both legs, but we'll shake it out. We're going to come back to the ground so we can go through that salutation, the sun salutation. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, rise back up. Let's do that 2 more times. Chair and up. 1 more. Chair and up. So let's do, we actually haven't done swan dive down. We've just done swan dive up. So swan dive down, you're going to start here, lengthen. You're going to, like we do in our seated fold or standing fold, you're going to lift up, out, over the ground and down, trying to lift those sit bones, drop the head. So your swan dive is basically a forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold your plank. Keep turning and turning back. And we've done 3 sets of chaturangas already, so you don't have to, but of course you can. And we'll lower all the way to the belly. Windshield wipers. And now we're going to go through level 4 of the baby cobra, or of the cobra levels, I should say. So again, feet pressing down, tailbone tucked, core pulls in, away from the ground, hands under shoulders, roll shoulders back for level 1. Level 2, picking the hands up. Core is still pulled in, tailbone is still tucked, so you don't overarch here. Level 3 is reaching arms back, so when you do this, you're picking up more. My feet are still pressing down. My tailbone's stuck, still tucked, and my core still pulled in. Now, if you can keep the tailbone tucked, core pulled in, see if you can lift your legs. So when I do this, I'm not just arching my back. I'm trying to reach my feet straight back behind me. I'm still keeping the core pulled in and tailbone tucked. So it's not a back bend. It's kind of like a lift and extend. Release, turn your head to the other side. And windshield wipers. Push back. Child's pose. Hopefully Lady Gaga wasn't too loud. I like to have music. All right, so hopefully you relaxed your low back there. We're going to find your seat. Legs straight out in front of you. You're going to roll those shoulders back, walk your sit bones back. So we're going to start with that seated forward fold, 2 legs. So we're going to reach up like we're always trying to do. We're always trying to lengthen, reach up, out, over your toes. So taking that head forward and then down. Use a strap if you need to. You can hold on to your shins, your legs, your feet. Think about pulling your heart forward, your head forward, your teeth forward, your nose, whatever. Stretching hamstrings, bend your knees, slightly bent. Make sure you never lock the knees. And walk it back. So we did before in our seated fold class the last time. We did that reverse, and now it's the reverse again. So you're going to either fingers forward, side, or back. It all depends on your shoulders. I'm having my fingers forward. Shoulder blades pull together. Lift your chin. So this is a reverse. We're going to do a reverse plank, but this is like level 1 of reverse plank. And come up. Let's go. Let's do a single leg forward fold. Let's start by bringing your right leg in, out to the side. Reaching up, out, over the left, and down. And you may feel more of a stretch here in that right lower back. We're trying to stretch this hamstring. So this hamstring gets taken kind of out of play. Let's do one more breath here. And come up. And we're going to take that leg straight back out. And I'm going to show you level 2 of the reverse plank. So I showed you in your seat. Level 2 will be bending your knees. It's kind of like a reverse tabletop, or I guess it is a reverse tabletop. So we're still going to have the ankles under our knees and wrists under our shoulders, except we're going to be belly up. So make sure the feet are hip width apart, not too wide. And we're going to roll the shoulders back. Pull your core in and then lift your hips up and see if you can find that reverse tabletop. So the shoulders are back. Looks really weird. And lower back down. Let's extend the legs out. Now let's bring your left leg in and drop it out to the side for that one leg seated forward fold, reaching up, out, over, and down. Breathe, remember your breath. See if you can slow your breath down, see if you can deepen it, and let your body relax. And walk your hands back. Now we're going to do level 3 of reverse plank, which is a reverse plank position. So you can stay with level 1 in your seat. You can stay with level 2 in reverse tabletop. Or if you're able, go into reverse plank. So have the legs straight. You're going to roll the shoulders back. Finger position. If you can do it this way, I can't. You can have the fingers forward. You're going to roll the shoulders back. Always trying to get those shoulders back. You're going to contract the quadriceps, but we're not locking the knees. So make sure even though the legs are straight, you're not pushing back into that knee joint. Or hyperextending should be the proper name. So you can plantar flex or dorsiflex when you come up. When you're ready, you see if you can find a straight line from your feet to your head. And engage the core and lower down. Don't really have that strength yet. So that is the 3 levels of reverse plank. Let's go back into just 2 legs seated forward fold. See if you can find more length. So see if you can move those sit bones back more. See if you can fold deeper into that seated forward fold. And breathe. Teeth over toes. Try to lengthen your spine. So here you can, on your inhale, you can kind of come up and lengthen and then fold. Try to fold deeper. And maybe hold and try that again. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Make sure not to lock the knees. Kind of forget to say that because when I see people do it, it reminds me to tell that. And when you're ready, walk the hands back. Let's go onto our back. Now, if you want to, you can do some roll downs, but we'll just roll all the way down. Hug your knees in. Rock left and right. Drop your knees to whatever side for reclining twist. And breathe, let your body relax. When you're ready, come up one leg at a time. Hug the knees in, bring nose up to knees. You can do a belly breath here. And drop it down, other side. So you can modify, make it work for you. You can stay. I'm just going to go back to this first side. When you're ready, come back up one leg at a time. Hug your knees in. And for your big belly breath. And release. Reclining pigeon. Whichever leg you want to start with. And release. You can windshield wiper before you switch to the other side. When you feel even, release, windshield wiper it out. Maybe a bridge pose. Help you get that length back up into the spine. And that good roll down stretch really helps release that low back to help you relax into Shavasana. Or that's why I like it. A lot of people do. It's roll down one vertebra at a time. Take longer if you need. Sometimes I like to hold it in one spot and get that good stretch between two vertebrae if it needs to stay there for a little longer. And when your hips touch, windshield wipers. And take care of anything else you need to do before you let go and relax for a well-deserved Shavasana today. We did a lot of work with our shoulders and the hips with the step-ins. Lean on me, good song. Especially for today, this time. So see if you can relax and let go. We're going to do what's called an active muscle contraction and relaxation for Shavasana today. If your mind wanders, that's okay. Just allow yourself to relax here. So we're going to scan through the body. And let's start with the hands. We're going to squeeze and make a fist with both hands and squeeze all the muscles. See if you can squeeze tighter, tighter, and release and relax and let go of all the muscles in your hands and your arms and see what you can let go of. And now let's go to your legs. So you can think about curling your toes, squeeze, and try to squeeze all the muscles in your legs up into your thighs, maybe your glutes. Tighter, tighter, and let it all go. Try to let go of all the muscles and the hold they have on your bones. Let them sink deeper. Let's go up to your face. Just taking a notice of the muscles there. You're going to squeeze every muscle in your face. Squeeze it tighter, tighter, and release and let go of all the muscles in your face, your forehead, your eyes, mouth, jaw. All these muscles that allow us to communicate with the world. Now just notice your belly. We're not going to squeeze those muscles there, but see if you can relax your low back, your upper back, mid back, your belly, your chest. As you let go of the weight of your body, tune into your breath and notice how light the breath is. So feel the breath coming in through the nose, down your throat, and into your lungs. And just notice that contrast with the light air in your heavy body. And then feel your heart deliver that breath, the light air, to every single cell in your body. And what can you be grateful for in your body today? Your strength, your balance, your ability to move. Be grateful for your breath. And gratitude is not something we do every now and then. It's something we should do every day. As you begin to increase your inhale and your exhale, maybe you try to stretch as much air in as you can and try to stretch and increase the lung capacity up by the collarbone area so you allow those ribs to move. You can think about stretching the muscles between each rib, the intercostals. And sometimes breathing on your back can cause you to arch that low back and create tension. So don't breathe too deep if that does. Or you can bend your knees if you need to. Bring your awareness to the intention you set for yourself today. And then be grateful for somebody important in your life. And if you haven't told them today or lately, tell them that you love them. Tell them you're grateful they're in your life. Slowly begin to wake your body up. Wiggle fingers and toes. Maybe you hug your knees in. Maybe you reach arms out or arms and feet out in opposite directions. Whatever is the best, easiest way for you to wake up out of your deep relaxation. You can windshield wiper. When you're ready, hug the knees in and roll to your favorite side. When you're ready, press up on into your seat. And roll those shoulders back. And today we're going to take one arm behind you. So let's start with your right arm behind you and reach for that left hip. So you can see my fingers by close to would be your left hip. So with your right arm behind you, we're going to take left ear to left shoulder. Remember not to kind of round the spine, sit up straight and tall. Ear to shoulder, stretch through this side of the neck. And release. Drop your chin, roll the shoulders back. Opposite ear to shoulder. And take that arm behind your back first. And then take ear to shoulder. Maybe you can get your fingers. I'm not able to go as far. And release. Drop your chin. Roll the shoulders back. Bring hands to heart center. And honor your beautiful light. And say namaste to yourself. And then we say namaste to everyone else. Namaste. Have a great day. We'll see you guys for Friday's class. Or I'll see you in class Wednesday. And then